Done? Okay. Physical property. Everybody done na? Okay. Third line. Up to down, third line. Carboxylic acids are higher boiling liquids than aldehyde ketones and even alcohol of comparable molecular masses. Okay. The same question had come in CBSE in the form of assertion and reasons. Okay. So mark it as important. Again, the reason is also mentioned there, that is it is due to the more extensive association of carboxylic acid molecules through intermolecular hydrogen bonding. This was the reason, and the first line was your assertion. Clear? Next, up to down, third last line, benzoic acid, the simplest aromatic carboxylic acid, is nearly insoluble in cold water. This line had also come in the assertion reason. Carboxylic acids are also soluble in less polar organic solvent like benzene, ether, alcohols, chloroform, etc. Clear? So these two lines had come already in the previous years. So please mention like as it is important part. Clear? Next heading we have, from now onward all the topics will be little bit typical. Okay. So remember this, and whenever you have any doubt in any topic, you just ask at the same time. So write down the next property, that is called chemical property of carboxylic acid. So next heading we have, that is chemical property of carboxylic acid. This chemical property is very important, and definitely you can expect question in any exam. Okay, because it is having very different property from other functional group. Okay. So before moving ahead, first we will understand the resonating structure of the carboxylic acid. Okay. Again, that why carboxylic acids are having different property, or they are highly reactive functional group in comparison to the other functional group present in the organic chemistry. Clear? So the first property here, before moving ahead, we will understand the resonance of carboxylic acid. Carboxylic acid resonance is very important, because until or unless you do not understand the resonance, so we will not be able to understand how hydrogen is released from the carboxylic acid. H plus releasing is very important. Clear? So simple, if I am having any carbon chain which is directly connected with carboxylic acid, so carboxylic acid is having double bond oxygen, single bond oxygen here and hydrogen here. After bonding two bond here and single bond here, so the lone pairs representation will be like this. This point is clear? Means how the electron dots are visible here, these points are clear. Okay. Now the question is, since it is having double bond already, so it means the bond length here will be smaller in comparison to the bond length in between carbon and oxygen. This point is clear. Why? Double bond is shorter than single bond. That's why simple. So during the resonance, this pi bond will shift toward this oxygen easily. At the same time, these lone pairs will be creating like a kind of new double bond here. Understood? Again, double bond will shift toward the oxygen, double bonded oxygen here. First point, this will happen. Second, these lone pairs will try to cover here the single bond into the double form. Means the double bond formation will take place here, and this double bond will shift onto the surface of the oxygen. So we will have the resonating structure for this one, and the resonating structure will look like that R single bond C single bond O with a negative charge, single bond will become double bond oxygen. Since oxygen had donated electron here, so it will be having positive charge, and hydrogen will be connected here. Clear? So if you have any functional group, here which can withdraw the electron from the carbon. So if the withdrawing of the electron of carbon had taken place, or any functional group is withdrawing the electron from the carbon, so oxygen will be having positive charge either here or here, and in result ultimately hydrogen will be released. Why? To stabilize. For the stabilization for the oxygen, hydrogen ion will be released after that one. Am I clear? There are two possibilities. Number one possibility is based on the group which is electron releasing group. If the releasing group had attached here, so the number of electrons will be flowing toward, means the flow of electron will become toward the carbon. Since oxygen is having electron negative nature, so if the electron density will be increased here, so oxygen will be having more electron in the cloud. So instead of releasing directly H plus, it will be preferring to release OH. Am I clear? Means it is somewhere almost the same in the, like we had done in the alcohol part. So whatever you had done in the alcohol, the same thing we are discussing in the carboxylic acid. Am I clear? So we have two options. Number one option, sir, which group is attached to the carbon? Second, is it electron releasing? So if electron releasing group is there, so possibility to release OH negative ion will be highest. On the other hand, if the possibility or the group is electron withdrawing group, so then the group will be making this carboxylic acid to release H plus, which means the acidic character of the carboxylic acid will be higher. These are clear? Okay. So here first thing we have understood about this one, the same thing I will write down again, but before moving ahead, first we will understand the equilibrium nature of the carboxylic acid also. Means carboxylic acid, since in equilibrium we had understood that water undergo in self ionization. Self ionization. What does that mean? If one H2O molecule is reacted with another H2O molecule, so they produce H3O positive ion and the another one is negative ion. This point clear? This property is called self ionization property. Since they are having both ions, so the reaction will be reversible also. Now according to the reversible, if I want to find out the value of Kc here, so what will be the value of the equilibrium constant? Means concentration of H3O positive here, concentration of OH negative here, divided by the value. If they are pure liquid, okay, so the active mass will be considered 1, means whatever the value is given or whatever the state is given, based on the state the value will be taken. But for now only I am just writing down that H2O whole square. It can be 1 because of the state. Clear? So this is a method to find out the Kc value. On the other hand, if any carboxylic acid comes in the contact of water, so they are also having OH molecule here. Since they are having OH, and if we connect the water molecule with the carboxylic acid, so again the same formation will take place. What is the same formation? Since it is having acidic character, so acidic character means it will release H plus, it will gain H plus, so you will have H3O positive, and here the second body you will have RCOO negative. Again they are having positive negative charge, so they will also be having the equilibrium condition or the reversible process. Am I clear? Okay. If you find out the value of Ka, Kc means equilibrium constant of the concentration, Ka means equilibrium constant of the acid. Simple. If I had used B, so base, direct. So value of Ka will be written as concentration of H3O positive multiply by concentration of your carboxylic acid divided by concentration of carboxylic acid and water. Again, based on the liquid state, the active mass will be taken as 1. These are clear? Up to here, anyone any doubt? First you tell me this problem, then we will move ahead. Clear? Okay. In alcohol part, we had discussed one topic called pKa value. So how we will be finding out the pKa value? What is the meaning of pKa value? If the value of pKa is higher, so the acidic character will be low. That was the relation we had there, because they are inversely proportional to each other. So here we have to understand the same thing again, which means since we know the pH value or power of hydrogen, if I want to find out, so I follow the formula minus log concentration of H plus ion. Similarly, if I want to find out the power of Ka value, so it will be written as minus log concentration of Ka. So instead of writing concentration, directly I am writing that is Ka. Is it clear? Anyone any doubt here? No doubt. So since the formula of pKa is written like this, so based on this fundamental, directly we can say, sir, pKa value is inversely proportional to the value of Ka. Is it clear? What does that mean? Sir, if the value of pK will be high na, so Ka value will be low. Why? Because it is having negative sign. Simple. So similarly, if Ka value is high, it means pKa value is low, and if pKa value is low, so the acidic character will be high. So directly I can write down that acidic character or acidity of the carboxylic acids are inversely proportional to the pKa value. These points are clear? All the time values will not be given to you, but why we are discussing this topic? Because sometime if the values are given to you, so they can ask you to find out the value of the pKa. How do we have to find? Simple logarithm we will be using there, and directly apply the method, apply the formula, answer will be to you. Clear? These points are clear? On the other hand, the second type of question they can ask, that is based on electron releasing group, this value means this part here, which functional group you have connected here, that is electron releasing group or electron withdrawing group. So based on that, question can be asked. There are only two possibilities of the question. Apart from these things, there will be a proper series of the questions, means they can also ask in arrange the particular compounds in their increasing or decreasing order of carboxylic nature. Clear? So there are only three type of questions normally asked based on this topic, simple topic. Okay, and all questions are related to the resonance. Clear? So first we will move ahead now based on this fundamental, that is a, okay, this part is clear everyone? pKa value, because normally this considered as a toughest part. Clear na? This part is clear? Very well. Now, okay, first you note down this one, then we will move ahead. So we will be discussing about this electron releasing nature and electron withdrawing nature.